Guys, Aaron back again for part 8 of this session on January 23rd, 2023. Playing the $11 Boski Special, $15,000 guaranteed on ACR, and we're in a big 750 2.5k guaranteed on PokerStars. We're just wrapping up the session for tonight. Doing exceptionally well in this one. 75 big blind stack in second out of 26 remaining. Final three tables. Then in the $11 Boski, we're like kind of dwindling now. I don't know what's going on here. The blinds just went up. So we are getting quite short. I've been pretty card dead. I had pocket queens in the last part of the series, and got a walk and shit. Like I raised on the button and everybody folded. And yeah, just things aren't going so good. And I was like one of the commanding chip leaders of the fucking tournament for like 2-3 hours, and now I'm just not getting a hand. So there's nothing I really do. I just hang out. Especially with the ICM in the situation, you just gotta hang. Like, what the fuck? Limps under the gun off 4. Limps. Ace queen suited off 4 BB under the gun. I don't know if he's trapping or what. He's gonna let me realize all that equity with 8-3 suited if that guy didn't do that. What the fuck did he have? Jack 9 off? King 10 off. Like, okay. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, he almost let us realize. I'm jamming the fuck out of this hand if it folds around to me. Hopefully we get to jam. I'm happy with this jam. It's great. It's a great jam. We get to jam it. I don't even have to research this one. It's fucking great. Worst suited hands. Fuck. I think we start folding these maybe. Like we fold our worst suited shit. Like we're pretty deep. Final 3 tables. This guy's thinking long and hard. But like Jack 10 is a jam here. This guy's gonna way overfold too. Like fuck. Like it's fine. Highly profitable jam. This is exactly what I've been studying for the last month. Like purely. I've been studying hand review and doing webinars on pokercoaching.com and stuff, but I've been doing like an hour or two, about trying to do 2 hours a day on the days where I have time to study of final 3 table ICM study. Because I was just reviewing my sessions, and I was starting to identify that one of my leaks is that I was playing the final 2 and 3 tables, kind of like a final table, and it's definitely not the same. 10-4 deuce, king 8. Definitely getting some bigger bets here. Like big, like 85, probably. Think of this stack depth. I'm gonna size up some, but this guy goes to 80. 15. Average is 25, so I'm not too worried about this. I think it's fine. Average is 26, and we have 15, so we have like very little risk premium. We can almost jam a chippy V, I think. 8s are fine. I'd probably fold a little tighter than chippy V, but like 8s are great. We gotta make something happen here, so. At least ACR has the average stack right here. It really helps with these identifying our ICM situations and trying to calculate our risk premiums and like how we're going to structure our range around them. But like when I have 15 bigs here and average is 25, we're almost half away, so we just get to play closer to chippy V, like with like a 3 or 4% risk premium versus everyone at the table. Probably a little bit higher versus him, but 8s are fine. Like 7s, probably jam. 6s, probably fold, I'm gonna guess. I just would like to look at how we structure my range there. I know I'm good there, but I would just like to see how I structure the range and what I jam. I don't have a flatting range there, I can tell you that right now. There's no flatting range for me. Because like the range of hands that I need to be involved in is so tight in that spot that like it works out though. We just want to jam or fold. Like I don't really think we get to call anything anymore. Off of 15 effective stack, We might get like a 1 or 2% flatting range on the button, but that's about it. Alright, well, here we are. I gotta call off anybody that jams, and they're gonna be heavily jamming. Wow. I can't fucking believe they didn't jam. This guy could apply a lot of ICM pressure to me here, too. He does that. Look at his rip. I don't think I fuck around with an offsuit ace. Like, if we get called, we're loving it, so. I don't know. Do I jam ace king? Like, 20. I don't know, man. That's an interesting one. So we jam a lot of ace X. We jam a lot of like offsuit aces, like all of them, pretty much. At 20 effective versus limp. Ace king would definitely be the top of our range. But, you know, like we tend to jam a little higher up when we're in ICM situations. Like, if it's like mixing jam, then it's probably like a pure jam with like our linear type range. Like, if I had ace king suited, I'm pure isolating small. Ace queen suited, small ISO. Ace jack suited, small ISO. Ace 10 suited, probably small ISO. And then jam the offsuits. And then I probably rip like deuces to fucking jacks there, I'm gonna guess. Jack, deuces to jacks. And then queens, king. Maybe, no, jacks. Probably raise. We can mix with jacks, probably. Queens through aces, definite small ISO. Our cold run of cards is gone, it seems like. We're getting some cards now, so that's good. Oh, we moved tables here, I think. Yeah, we must have. HUD's gone, so. So, table composition here. We are the chip leader. 10, 8, 19, 44, 46, 22. They put us like right in the middle of these two guys with big stacks. Oh, we actually... Oh, this is that one that we had like an 11-second time bank forever is gone. Ace queen suited is a min raise here. It's not a jam. It's too good. We can min raise, call it offers to anybody, even occupy Mars here. So, first and open, I'm probably gonna rip. I don't really give a shit. Like, it's fine. I'm not gonna flat this time because we're we're not really in a spot where we have a flatting range. So, and also average stack's 30 bigs and we have 20. So like we have some catching up to do. So it's fine. Like. Jack 9 suited here. 60, 46, 24. Yeah, we can expand, actually. I think we can expand here. We cover everybody, so. Jack 9's a normal GTO open, but at some, like, this would fold if, like, I had 30, probably. Maybe. Jack 9. Ace 7, 3. Ah. Ace high boards, hijack. I think we check this hot, like a really high frequency. Like Chippy V we do, so ICM is probably more. Pot control. I could be doing this with like all kinds of ace X too, especially with the ICM situation. So like I'm not capped when I'm checking. Like I'm gonna have some good aces, like ace 10, ace 9, ace 8. Like if he I don't know if he's gonna recognize that, but yeah. Ace 7, 3. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, you gotta really watch yourself out of position as the pre-flop raiser raising too frequently. Or c-betting too frequently, sorry. Because it's very easy to do, to be honest. Very easy to do. So, like, this is ICM Post Flop situation, too. So, like, say A7-3, we're supposed to check that board 75 to 80% of the time. In a chippy environment, probably that's closer to 90% of the time with ICM Post Flop, especially with the higher risk premium like we did there. Because, like, we're not really willing to go bet and stack off with, like, Ace Jack. Or we want to try not to anyway. Is bet to the best of our ability. We want to try to pot control that. So, like, if we have less value combos that we're going to be betting, then we have to have less bluffs as well. And, like, our normal suited Broadway bluffs and Jack 9 suited, yeah, they're just going to have to fuck off this time. Like, more so than usual. Like, generally, they probably bet, like, third of the time or 40% of the time. But, not there. I don't think. I think that we're mostly going to be check folding a lot of it. Still trying to figure this Diaz guy out, though. He seems to be in every hand, but it's only 5, so he could have just got hit by the deck. It's possible. Usually it takes about 10 or 15 hands to know if they're just fucking retarded or what. Queen 10-4. I'm going to bet range here. Do I want to ever size up? Probably some medium. I'll go medium, somewhere in the middle. 10 on the turn. Yes, that is a good turn for you. He goes third. This is never protected by a 10. Like, ever. Yeah, this is fucking mental what he's doing. Yeah. I guess I fold. I can't raise, really. What does he have? Ace 3 off. This is fine. He had 4 bigs. Like, I can't really see how he could do anything else. And we saw the guy limp ace queen suited earlier under the gun off a micro stack, so that, like, it's gonna tell me that, like, his jamming range is capped as fuck. Call. Like this is a really interesting one. Like, we want to check raise the fuck out of this board normally, right? Like with this hand, like, but like we don't really want to check raise right now. We don't really have a check raising range at all, to be honest. 24, 26, king 10, call. Two pair is good though. Like normally we check raise the fuck out of that, right? Like no problem. Like yeah, we played it well. Why is he barreled the turn with a 10? Like what the fuck are you doing? Turning that into a bluff. This guy goes huge. We got to call. Like I don't know why he's going so big, but it's getting pretty damn close to the top of our limping range. I don't even have a club, so done. When he goes like massive like that, I'm gonna run that on HRC. That's interesting. Like king 10, like normally like to a standard. Oh, it's not showing up yet. To like a standard like 3x, 3.5x, it'd be like offsuit 8s would be like mandatory calls. There, like mandatory. So offsuit 7s would probably be like mixy. Just over the large size, we'd probably get rid of offsuit 9s and offsuit 8s for sure. He went like 3.8 or some shit. So like yeah, offsuit eights we probably pure fold. Offsuit nines probably like king nine off. Could continue. We could fold queen nine, jack nine, 10-9 off. And then like king 10, it's like so high up. Like I don't see how we could fold, but maybe I'll check it out. This is shitty. I wanted to play that one. I don't even think I can call this. So we got to fold all these Broadway hands like to these jams like here, like probably like all the king 10, queen 10, jack 10, queen jack. All that shit has to fold here. What the fuck does he have? Ace queen? Oh yeah, he just committed ICM suicide. This is a fold, I think. Kings got it all. Did he commit ICM suicide there? He squeezed, jammed all in for how much? For 11. Not really. It's probably okay. Yeah, for 11, average stack is what? 5th out of 22. I'm not even sure what average. He had 11 bigs. I don't know. It's probably fine. Like average stack is probably more than that. So it's 30 bigs. Oh yeah, he's good there. I think it's fine. If he like if it was, say if he had like fucking 22 bigs, yeah, it's bad, really bad. But 10, it's probably fine. This guy's flatted there with what? Kings? Yeah, it's cool. 2.2. Folding. Oh, we're hanging on this fucking thing anyway, so far. King, queen. This guy is never fucking going to squeeze, like 3-bet when we do this, so. Like, he's like a limpy guy, doesn't do fuck all kind of guy, so. 9-5. This is a fold pre. Like normally. Should be blind v blind in the small, 9-5 off. I think the line's like 9-7, 9-6. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, what do we got here? We got queen 5 versus limpy guy. ISO. This one, fold. So he's so fucked up playing these. Like he's supposed to have a like just pure raise everything. We're gonna go 6. Probably just gonna go geometric versus this guy and just fucking give her. I guess like it sucks, but yeah, this really sucks. But I'm all in. Like, these are not bluffs. 9, 10. Good. Holy shit. This is fucking mentally retarded. Sucks, man. I thought he might have had a set. I'm like, oh god, here we go. But like king queen there, like fuck. There is no completed equity. Like, there's so much uncompleted equity there, right? Like. Especially versus a limpy, dimpy guy. Like, he has all these fucking low suited hands and shit in his range. Like, yeah, I just limp called, lose all his money guy. Oh, man. Well, we're crushing now. We just took out the other big stack of the tournament, for fuck's sake. That's crazy. How the fuck did they get that money? I don't even know, man. That's crazy. How do you get that money by limping every fucking hand? And I just don't get it. It's weird. Poker's weird, man. Variance is fucked. Average is 96,000. So average is 30 bigs, and we have 100 bigs. So 32 to 97. So yeah, poker's a fucked up game. Like, you can be the worst fucking player ever and like get 5th place in a tournament, like, or even first sometimes if like the luck is on your side. Like anybody can win. It's weird. Chip in a chair, you know, like. These are my stats over 239 hands. My 3-bet's a little low, and my C-bet's a little low, but 23, 15, 8, 83 though. So, you know, they even out, I guess. My stats are pretty good, I think. I'm a little on the looser side with the calling, I guess, but I think it's 8 max, so it's not like it's probably fine. Starting to get a headache. That's not good. Christian Bale. He's like the American Psycho. That was like my favorite movie ever, to be honest. It was like the best movie ever made, pretty much, I think. But I think that's actually from American Psycho too, that picture. Yeah, Christian, or what's his name in that movie? Patrick Bateman. Yeah, it's Patrick Bateman over there. If you haven't seen that movie, you gotta check it out. It's a fucking amazing movie. Like the scene where he has Paul Allen over at his house, and he's like, "Hey, Paul." Yeah, it's good. Then he chops him up with a fucking axe. Yeah, he's just so jealous of that guy. Like, so jealous of Paul Allen for like having better business cards than he does and shit. So it's pretty likely on this tournament we're gonna final table, like, unless something very bad happens twice, so, or 3 times. It's getting kind of late though. Maybe I'll take an Advil or Tylenol or something on the break. I don't really take a lot of pills though. I'm not really a pill guy. I don't really take a lot of pills, but my head kind of hurts. Probably from staring at a laptop all day. I don't. It's not my normal thing. Well, I guess it is actually. Studying, but usually I take like 15-minute, 20-minute breaks in between and all that shit. So, I'm just trying to think here. So we should probably go into like super active, aggressive guy mode now. We got a super passive idiot there. So, 1.2. We got really small here. Range betting. I don't know. Maybe this isn't a range bet, actually. I'm starting to think, like, on these wheel boards, like the ace 3-5, ace 2-4, ace 4-3, like, okay, look into that. I'm talking to myself. Look into that later. Like, I think on those wheel boards, we gotta, like, be more respectful of the big blind. Like, yes, they're ace high boards, but they're ace high boards where like some random low cards can be a straight, and like what's gonna happen? It's gonna go check that call all the time. The turn's gonna fucking put a 4-liner on the board, and then he's gonna have all the 4s or the 3s in his range. We won't have any, and then he just gets to fucking go nuts. So then we gotta fold like everything. So that's kind of why. Like on those wheel boards, like ace 2-5, ace 3-4, I think we gotta have a lot of checks. Not like tons and tons, but for like an ace high board, more than average for sure. Jack 7 of hearts though, like that's fine. Like of course we're gonna bet Jack 7 of hearts, but because like we have nothing, and we're playing 25 effective with him too. Like we definitely have an asymmetric ace x advantage. He should be jamming a lot of ace x there versus cutoff too. So like it's not like he's gonna have an ace like maybe 8%. 8%, maybe 9, with the ICM situation. And he can't even check raise a lot of them. Like with the ICM situation, he has to just be really careful and shit. But like we were with the ace-8 there versus this guy, which actually worked out good for us because he double-barreled a 10 like an idiot. When like the 10 versus my range probably had like a good 40% equity, 52% equity, somewhere in there. So like, what are you doing? You're bluffing or are you value betting? Like, it's a merge. $29. Fuck me, man. God damn. We gotta get something going here. I haven't got a hand. Like, and like every time I've got a hand, it's gone uncontested. Nobody's like gave me a call. Just uncontested every time. I just take the blinds, which is good, but okay. This one's a jam. We got a blocker. It's good. Sucks, but it's good. Ace King would have been a little better, but pure fold if anybody does anything, and a jam if everybody folds. This guy's tight, so the chances are he's folding. Yeah. Push and pray. We got to win a flip here. Easy fold. Oh, I thought the chips were coming our way. Oh, well, we're live here. We can win. Come on. Come on, baby. We've ran so good in this. Let us win. Yes. We've ran well in this fucking Boski today. That's really good. Like, my all-in EV is probably very high. My all-in EV just went like, beep. But, you know, like, we're playing the cards we're dealt, and, like, it's the correct decision, so. He made the right decision, too. Like, it's variance at that point. We just took a big portion of that guy's stack. Like, this hand might be a logical expansion for the cutoff with a bigger stack than most. But, you know, they're super short, and I just fucked this guy up the ass. So, like, we'll give him some breathing room. I'm being vulgar, but it's true. Like, I fucked him up pretty good. He's probably depressed about that hand. I think I gotta fold to his jam, as shitty as that sounds, but I don't know. It's probably fine, but it's not capturing 10% of aces there. Like, if he was in the small, it'd be a lot better call, because then he has all these low shitty aces in his range, but like big blind off 25 isn't gonna have those. Yeah, big blind shoves kind of like linear with his aces more often than not. He doesn't really shove the suited ace 2 to ace 7 suited. And then, like, he doesn't really jam a lot of the lower aces. I think, like, the offsuit wheels, too, in ICM situations, like, they jam, like, in Chippy V, but, like, ICM, they want to, like, do a lot of small 3-betting. And then we want to rip, like, the suited wheel aces more as a bluff. But I think he should probably cut that shit out versus me, since I'm, like, chip leader of the tournament, so probably not so much of that happening. Anyway, he lost, so. Jack 10. I don't know if I get to go this far. Probably not, but now I can fold. Might be an open. Like, I'm just trying to be loose as fuck. Like, if I get an open spot, I'll open it, kind of thing. We're down to 16. I can punish now. And, like, one cool thing about these ICM situations with the big stack is, like, if you look at final table ICM charts, they're going to tell you can expand X amount, like, whatever, with blocker hands. But in reality, you're going to expand, like, an extra 25% from that, because people aren't going to 3-bet at the correct frequencies, like, at all. They're going to fuck up. Everybody fucks up the ICM 3-bets. Like, Yeah, those charts assume that they're going to 3-bet you perfectly with all like the suited low kings, the suited aces, offsuit wheels, like, and they don't. They don't do that at all. They just 3-bet straight linear, like straight up fucking linear for the most part, especially when they get this deep, because they don't want to lose. I think this might be the deepest I ever got in the Boski. I'm not sure. I can't remember getting deeper. It might be a couple years ago. King 3. Well, we got to tighten up quite a bit here. We don't want to defend the shit like that. I'm going to look into this one. Like, let's run that one. Like, offsuit king wise versus this 40 big blind guy with 15 remaining in the tournament. Do I get to defend here? I understand, like, yes, I'm the chip leader, so I'm gonna get to defend wide as fuck, and then do like a lot of donk betting into him on various flops that connect well with me. Because he can't bluff catch, but he don't know that, so I wouldn't fuck around with that too much. It's one of those things, like, in theory it sounds good, but it's like kind of not really that cool. Especially at a $7 game. Same thing as like the in-position player. If he covers, he can blast away because we can't bluff catch with middle pairs or any shit like that, or flush draws or any of that shit. We just gotta let it all go because of the ICM situation. Jack. Junk. Make bottom pair. What's the average? 25? So I don't know. This guy could be going into super passive guy mode, checking a lot of shit that is too high up and shit. Like, he should be jamming super high frequency here. Covering, like, and just putting me to the test, you know? But he probably isn't. He's probably playing the opposite and, like, limping it with a lot of hands he really shouldn't and shit. Easy call. Like, fuck, we have a pair. 2 pair. 4 diamonds, though. Fuck. That sucks. I'm just going to check it back. I'm not turning it into a bluff, but... yeah. There's not much we can do about that. He probably has a decent diamond. Shit. I don't really think blind v blind to this stage of the game we even get a fucking limping range anymore. It's kind of weird, but we just don't. We either raise or we fucking fold or we jam. We don't really limp anymore in the small. I think it's just because, like, it's too profitable to raise now. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, but, like, we just don't. We don't really get any other... we don't get a range that we get to fucking limp anymore. And we get ripped on here. Good jam. Oh, sweet. This is a good spot. We're in a good position here. They just moved us tables with the chip leader to our direct right. That's really good. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Then, like, we cover the big and small blinds. He has a high risk premium versus us. So, good spot. Like, we have that Mahoney guy with 60 up there, but looks like we got a guy sitting out too. Like, straight up gave up, I guess. Like, dumbass. Some people do that though. They'll like fucking enter a tournament that's like 7 hours long, and then they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize I was gonna make it this far. I guess I gotta go do this now." Like, how long has it been running? 6 hours. Yeah, we've been in this for 6 hours. Like, you're gonna register at a tournament, damn well make sure that you have fucking time to play it. Jack, king, easy open. We have Jack, king off. Jacking off. We have Jack, king off. Gotta love jacking off. My favorite hand is jacking off. Ace, king. Well, I think I've been sticking to this min raise strategy. Let's keep it up. Like, I've just been min raising because everybody's shorter than me. But it looks like we got some bigger guys now. But Srita, we got some hands on him. 22, 22, 20. See about 100. Those are pretty good stats, actually, for 10 hands. Pocket fives. All the fuck in. Especially with a sitting out guy. Like, fuck. You might get looked up a little wider just because this guy's sitting out. They're like, oh, he's trying to get it with Jack 4 off or some shit. But oh, we're dead. Shit. I'm gonna have to look into this one. I think it's fine, but come on, 5. Check. I think it's good though. Like, fold. I'm gonna look into that too. That's a good one to look into. That not good hand. It's not. I don't know that yet. Review. Oh yeah. 2.9. Yeah, I'm out. What was it? 15 big blinds deep with pocket fives on the what? This guy's raising into me, which is kind of weird. You shouldn't really be doing that at all. Yeah, hijack fives. Jackety check, check, check. Jack 7. I got it on the river. That fucking sucks. Yeah, so 16 big blinds deep. Averages 26. Hijack. Big blind sitting out. So I'll just, for that part, I'll have to, I'll just node lock it on HRC that he's going to never call. That should solve that. But maybe I'll look at it both ways just so. Yeah, this guy jams for shit tons. I don't know if he's jamming 100% of hands here. Queen 5. Has to fold. Whoa, what the fuck happened here? All in 6. Six. I don't know this guy, but he's been pretty aggro. I think we just jam. Yeah. We're gonna lose anyway after our awesome jam, but I think we get some. So essentially, we get back. We win 2 big blinds there. Still not good enough. This guy's playing good though. Playing very good. He's jamming the right times and shit. Because I can't call. Like, I gotta be very tight. Now that we're playing like last place because of that 5 fuck up. Check. 7, 3, 8. Multi-way versus with big in the hand. I think we're gonna check very frequently here. It's not really our board. Plus the ICM implications. Yeah, call. Polar size, I call. Check. Whoa. Okay, weird. He just jams. Hopefully we get called here and win. Yeah, we got this really weird guy here that does stupid shit. Like, I'm just trying to pot control with the nut flush draw with the shitty ace. Like, three, king, three, ace, king. Small as fuck. Oh, I thought we weren't. I thought we were heads up. Whoops. It's all good. Like, whatever. Nobody has a three here. Shouldn't. Hold. What's going on here? Reverse tight. I don't know this guy. He could be fucking retarded too. Check. Normally this is like standard barrel off, but I'm just trying to play tight here. Or like more passive due to the ICM. Pot controlling. Like, he has a couple threes. Like, it's possible he has a three. I'd rather lose like some than all. Another pretty good hand. Yeah, slam dunk call. You could have a three though. Pocket threes. Yeah, like, we played that really well. We didn't lose the whole fucking tournament over it, right? I probably would have checked there on the flop too if I had known. But it actually worked out for us because we went really small and he just called trying to trap. So it worked out great, actually. Jack 10. Oh, man. Fuck's sakes. The fucking Boski. Fuck, I had him there. It's like, god damn it. I get him to put his money in with king queen and I fucking lose. Like, that sucks. 24th. Wow, it was very deep for the Boski. Like, look, I'll show you the fucking lobby. Like, 1,624 entrants. We got 24th. Like, fuck, man. That really sucks. Got it in good, too. Got it in good and got top pair on the flop and still lose. Like, anyway, it's like a pretty good run. Like, 23rd or 24th place is pretty good, but kind of shitty. Those fives kind of fucked us up. I'm gonna have to run those, but like, I just play way too. I noticed like final three tables, I've been playing way too passively and just not fucking jamming and shit, and I need to be. So I'm working on it. And like fives, with average stack of 26 bigs, we have 15 or 16 on the hijack. I think fives are a jam. I think they're a bottom of range jam for sure, but I like, you know, like we're gonna get called. Like, sometimes we're gonna get called, but like when we do get called, we're gonna win too sometimes and have a big stack. So like, it goes both ways, right? Sometimes we lose the tournaments, but other times we end up commanding ship leader of the final table. So yeah, I can definitely tell even from last month I've gotten a lot better at playing, to be honest. I can tell, like, I've improved. So with the ICM post flop situations and not playing like a total fucking passive nit and like being really passive on the final two tables, final three tables, you got to be willing to make a mistake, right? Like, fives might have been a mistake there, but we got to be willing to make mistakes. That ace king worked out really good too. Like, I'm really impressed with how I played that ace king. Like, holy fuck. He didn't jam river. Like, a lot of these players, they just think that they're just trapped at like the pot, like it's limit hold'em or something, and they can't overbet rivers, and they lose a shit ton of value because of it. Like, fuck, man, that guy should have jammed river all day to try to get called precisely by ace king and king queen, like, which are in my range. So yeah, like, he let us off the hook heavily by just calling a really tiny bet on the flop, then betting smallish on the turn, and then like 2/3 on the river. Like, fuck, man. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest, that we're still in this tournament. But yeah, it's really good. Most players would have been gone, 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 you know? Big time. Trying to start getting, like, I don't know. ICM Post Flop resources are pretty limited right now, but they're very important. Like, it's, I think like there are people working on it. Like GTO Wizard will probably have ICM post flop simulations here in the next couple years, and that'll be readily available to the public. But you know, it's very complicated. Like ICM post flop is very complex. Like it's not. There's so many different fucking situations. Like there's not a one size fit all fucking sim for ICM post flop. So they're hyper specific situations. So this is Rita guy. Like if we do run like top four or whatever, there's a high likelihood he's gonna be in there. So the pocket threes kind of shows me that they don't know how to get full value out of their premium hands, which is good. They're pretty loose. I haven't seen anything absolutely fucking ridiculous by them yet. Like we can go. Maybe I can shark scope them now. Might as well. I don't know if they're opted in. I find it's hit and miss. SREDA 416. Yeah, PokerStars. Is this like a good player or a shit player that just got lucky? 12. Okay, they're good. They're good. They're up 12,000. They're up 12 grand. So they're a good reg. Shit. Gotta fold this. They're up 12K. Yeah, like I don't know if you follow me and you watch any of my previous sessions. There was one situation kind of similar to like the structure of where we're at right now in the tournament, and I forget what I had. What did I have? I had a pretty strong hand. Oh yeah, I had like 9-8 off. Yeah, it was 9-8 off versus it was a blind versus blind situation, and I made trip eights. And I went bet jam for like 50 bigs, and he called with ace eight. And I lost the tournament right there. Um, like in hindsight, like I did some research on it. Like I studied the situation and stuff like that. And like I think I did it right on the stream actually. And in a chippy V environment, what I did would be like perfectly fine because the way the board was set up, it was like a 9-7-5-4 whatever. It was like a board where like the river is gonna be so fucking hard for him to play by check calling with trip eights with like jack eight, queen eight, king eight, or ace eight. Like it's just gonna be almost impossible a lot of the time for him to call down and bluff catch. So like he's gonna be like pure raising all those eights, but he didn't. He just called. And I don't know. So I river jammed and I ran into ace eight and I lost the game with like a heavy stack, and it's just got me thinking about ICM post flop quite heavily after that. Like, so it's so important. Like that tournament, if I had checked back that river, I would have had 35 bigs in the tournament, like right here. So I'm just then like I don't know. There needs to be more resources on that. It sucks. Because it's so important. But yeah, like that, I should have checked the river because my jam would have been like kind of thinnish. It would have been great if he was playing the GTO strategy, but like, he wasn't. So he's check calling with ace eight, which like I get it. Like ace eight, that's generally like one of the ones we're gonna want to just check call down with. But he had like the worst suits to do it with too. I think he was just kind of a fish. Didn't know what he was doing, but yeah, like ICM Post Flop, we got to take that in consideration, right? Like this Jack 7 here, normally fine and dandy, but in this situation we have to fold because we need to play really tight here. He covers, so so 24th in the Boski, that's pretty good. Like considering like there's 1,630 entries in it, we got 24th. Like in an $11 game, like there's some good players in there for sure. Like we got 288. Yeah, so ACR is starting to come around a little. That's good. Because we were at like 137 at one point on there. Like I was like, holy fuck, man. I sat down to play my session. And I'm like, okay, so after today, I'm gonna have to get out the credit card and fucking deposit money on ACR. Maybe I wasn't too happy about it. Like, what? It is what it is. I would have did it, but I wouldn't be happy about it. Like, getting out the credit card. Like, I don't really do that very often anymore. I don't really have to anymore because I've gotten to good enough to the point where I don't like go on epic, like really bad downswings like I used to. My downswings are a lot less. I just have my downswings are a lot smaller now because I don't fall into a lot of the pitfalls that I used to. Because just I've studied for like almost 2 years, so it's kind of cool. Like if poker's like a totally different game after you study for a couple years than it was in the beginning. It's like way different. Like you can blame variance and stuff like that for why you're losing all this money, but like once you get really fucking good at this game, like it's not the same. Like you're not losing tons of money at it in downswings because you're like on to those fucking situations heavily. You know exactly what's gonna happen. You know exactly what range he has. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. Like exploits. Like when to go for them, when not to. Like, yeah. So it turns into a totally different game where yes, you do have downswings, but not nearly as bad. Like especially playing these these low stakes games because the players are so terrible. Like it's just so easy to make money off of them. Is this an 8 max or 9 max? When's the fucking final starting? Is this a 9 max and 9 tables? 10/37th. $37. What does it tell you? 9 max? Buy-in entry 9 max. Okay, it's a 9 max. So we got one more to lose here. And hopefully it's not us. I'm in 7th. Like we were like 3.5x fucking average, but just shit losing flips in that ace king. That we dodged bullets. We dodged fucking bullets there. That was great. I'm really happy about that. That was amazing. That was fucking amazing. That like ICM Post Flop. I even made a mistake I made a mistake. I thought I was heads up with a big blind. I was just gonna bet small, and blah blah blah, and it actually worked out so good because we like Jedi mind tricked him there with that really small bet, and he's just like, I gotta call the trap. I can't raise, so just keep the pot really fucking small and like in general in ICM situations we don't really get to bet big anyway, but like every bet that you can consider, every bet you can think of is smaller. Like 3 bets, raises, C bets, leads, everything's smaller. Everything gets smaller, so it doesn't take as many chips are worth more, so it just doesn't take as much to get the job done. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching part 8, I do believe, and stay tuned for part 9. Probably gonna final table this fucking thing. So right on.